Hey everyone, I'm Annalise, and alongside me here I have Marvin with me.
Hello.
And we're here today to basically talk about all the early entry options at ACU. So, as I mentioned, my name's Annalise. I study a Bachelor of Teaching and a Bachelor of Arts Technology at our Strathfield campus in Sydney, and I'm a second year student. I graduated from high school in 2018 from a Catholic high school in southwest Sydney, and I was actually the recipient of a scholarship through my Year 12 year group that awarded me to go to a Catholic high school to do a teaching degree. I also received my first preference using the early entry schemes that ACU offers, including the Community Achievers Program and the Schools Recommendation Scheme, both of which allowed me to have a conditional offer going into my HSC. Using both my scholarship and early entry, I then chose ACU as my choice to study, particularly because it has a community feel. So everyone in my high school was really close, and then when I came to university, it was a very similar experience, allowing everyone in my course to know each other and be friends, as well as form relationships with our tutors and lecturers. So much so that every semester, after our last exam, my whole cohort goes out for dinner together. It was also highly recommended to me for teaching, as ACU has a great wide range of teaching subjects that I can learn to study and teach, and great employment rates. There's also a large amount of practical experience. So for me, doing high school teaching, I get to do one internship in a professional workplace, such as a design studio, plus teaching in a high school for about a whole term. And I was also lucky enough to do a range of extracurricular activities, such as the ACU dance, which allowed me to meet new people and experience new things, and actually took me down to Melbourne for nationals.
Thank you so much, Annalise. That was fantastic. So my name is Marvin Smith. I am a Bachelor of Paramedicine student in my final year, so third year of university studies. So about me, I left HSC from St. Augustine's College in 2017. I actually got through into my degree via the Early Achiever Program, now known as the Community Achiever Program, or CAP, and we'll talk about that later on. During my time in my degree, I'm also studying 2 Certificate 4s in Leadership and Management and Training Assessing, and ACU has allowed me to do that because of its flexibility in timetabling. And also, I've been able to create and oversaw the first chess club in North Sydney. So why I chose ACU, so very similar to Annalise, I had 4 main principles that I was looking for when deciding a university to study at. And that was the human aspect, the course size, location, and pathways. And I can very confidently say that ACU has exceeded every expectation that I had hoped for when I was looking for a university degree. ACU really focuses on the human aspect. I know all my lecturers know me by my name, not by my number. They're all super friendly, and I found the environment to be super and very, very welcoming. Also, the paramedicine course size has been very small from the very beginning and has allowed me to really connect and engage with my students, my peers, and my lecturers. And the location, fantastic, located in North Sydney, allows me to go via public transport and also located to a lot of food outlets. So I'm hungry after a 2-hour lecture, I can go out and grab myself some sushi. And of course, my favorite, the entry pathways. And these have allowed me to get into uni, even if my academic skills weren't as good as they were when I left HSC. These pathways ensured that I had a career to follow on to. So about the campuses, so in New South Wales, there are 2 main campuses, and there's now a new one being built in Blacktown. But Annalise will cover that in the next couple slides. So we have the North Sydney campus and the Strathfield campus. Now, very simply, they're quite vibrant places. They have easy access to get to. Most of them you can get by train or bus. And again, the spaces are very open. The community feel is quite real in both of them. And again, super friendly environment and easy and very enjoyable food they also have at those campuses. So definitely recommend either one if you're choosing.
Also, very exciting, next year our Blacktown campus opens up. So it's in the heart of Blacktown, straight across the road from Blacktown Station. And it's initially going to start with about 1,000 students, but it will grow over time. It's also featuring a wide range of subjects and units and courses, including teaching, arts, nursing, and sports science, as well as many postgrad teaching opportunities. And obviously more courses will build up as it grows. There are also a wide range of entry programs that the university offers, allowing for everyone to be accessible, to make it accessible to everyone. particularly our elite athlete and performer program. So that works alongside elite athletes that have successfully done well at sporting achievements, and then it allows them to have flexibility when they start university, including around timetabling, exams, and extra support like academic help.
And we also have the passion for business and passion for law. And again, all these you can access via the links provided behind the text, and they're all accessible on the ACU page. So the passion for business and passion for law, very simply, ACU believes if you have a passion and commitment for learning for those subjects, and you can show that you have indeed done steps to take to follow that career path, then you can get into those kind of application processes, and allows you an entry into those degree areas. And I think, Annalise, you did this school's recommendation scheme.
Yeah, that's correct, Marvin. So I actually used a school recommendation scheme, and all it was a tick of a box through UAC in my UAC application. And basically it goes off my year 11 results and a form that my career advisors at high school then fills out. And it looks at you as a person, not just on your marks. So how do you apply yourself to different areas of study? And of course, your year 11 marks will be looked at as well. But it allowed me to go into the HSC with a conditional offer, taking the stress off it. Also, really exciting, next year we have our foundation studies happening at Blacktown. So in our foundation studies, it's basically a brand new course that you have to have completed year 11 to attend, and it's a short-term course like a diploma, but it allows you to take place at our Blacktown, brand new Blacktown campus, and then continue on into any bachelor that you would like at ACU. So you don't need an ATAR to do it, you just have to have completed year 11. And you don't need any qualifications, as it looks at generic units, giving you a broad scope and into a wide range of different courses that ACU will have to offer.
So the Community Achiever program, which I think both Annalise and I got into, is ACU's way of recognizing your volunteer commitment during your studies at school. And it can be through your school, your workplace, your community organizations, or cultural and religious groups. So it is quite broad, and that is fantastic, especially if you are someone that goes out in the community and makes a real difference. And I believe now the applications are open. So if you do any form of volunteering, you can apply to this program, and you can find the program via the link on ACU website. And I think I'll get Annalise to kind of talk about how the application is done.
Yeah, so basically it's a simple application. Like Marvin said, it's open now, so start it as soon as possible. And it looks at different volunteering programs that you do. So the type of program it is, how long you've done it for, and how often you do it for. So for me, I used internal school opportunities. So I did open days, I was captain of sporting teams. I also have friends that use Duke of Ed as a great example. And they took part in these units, including myself, from year 7 to year 12. So it was a long duration, and I did it quite often. And then that allowed me to get a reduced ATAR for my marks, once again allowing me to go into the HSC with a conditional offer as well as a reduced ATAR that I had to achieve. And Marvin, I believe that you did not school related.
No, that is correct, Annalise. So I did out of school volunteering. So I was a surf life saving volunteer, and I still am. So I volunteered for about 3 years before I left school. I did about 5 hours every week going to the beach and providing safety services to the patrons swimming. And as you can see, both Annalise and I did quite different volunteering schemes. So it is very broad. And if you do any type of volunteering, definitely go for this CAP program. It is fantastic.
So ACU also has a wide range of adjustment factors that get boosted onto your ATAR without you even realizing, really. But there's three different areas. So there's the U12 subject area, which looks at if you achieved quite well in any particular subject in your HSC, you can receive points for that. Also Access ACU, which looks at, does your school have a relationship to the uni? Whereabouts do you live? And how far away are you from campus? So you can receive a maximum of 5 points in that category as well. Plus, there's also adjustment factors that you can apply for to make our education and our courses more accessible to everyone. So that is elite athlete or special education access. And I know Marvin had a friend that actually used this to his advantage as well.
Yes, that is correct. So he's now studying a Bachelor of Commerce at ACU North Sydney campus. And so year 12 subjects, really important. It's basically meaning if you are performing well, you get additional points. Now, you can actually find the subjects related to the degrees on our ACU website, and you can find, so in general, a band 6 equals to 5 points, and a band 5 equals to 3 points. And so essentially, he did well in a few subjects. So he got 2 band 5s in business and maths for commerce, and those were connected subjects to the degree. So his ATAR was pulled from 70 to 75, and he was able to get in because he qualified for those 5 points.
Also, there's heaps of different pathways, as you can see through our map that ACU has to offer. So Marvin and myself completed our HSC and then went straight into a bachelor's degree. And then we will either continue on to a postgrad degree or we'll just go out into the workforce. But I also have friends that went through different routes. So ACU has the ACU College, which is a diploma of nursing, which once completed, you are an enrolled nurse, or you can continue on to the Bachelor of Nursing. And I myself also had a friend in my course that I study alongside that did not receive the marks or the entry requirements to get into a bachelor's degree. Therefore, started a Diploma of Educational Studies and did the exact same studies and the exact same units as me in my first year, but was just under a diploma. So then they qualified once completed and joined our degree in second year completely.
So that wraps up the entry pathways for this slide. If you have any questions at all, definitely come to the ACU website. We have this amazing thing called Ask ACU, where you ask any questions you have and they respond quite quickly. And usually they have an answer for everything you have. As well as that, we do have open days for ACU. To find those, definitely go to your Google and search up register your interest with ACU. And that way you can actually be updated and informed about everything that's happening within this university space. So definitely go for those things. You have all the kind of details below. So you have the ACU images, ACU social media, and yeah, I think anything else you want to input, Annalise?
No, I think you covered it all, but ACU has a wide range of events that get covered throughout the year. So this might be open days, which could be virtual, university experience days, which you can actually get a taste of university, or just even school and expo talks. So if you sign up, keep registered, we'll give you constant emails and you'll be up to date with any changes that happen and any events that are happening. So you can ask us as many questions and stay in the loop with us.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See ya.